wanted to see me?
Have a seat. You sparred with 2 heavyweights, and you whipped both their asses. Andre, you could make a comeback.
And how am I gonna do that?
With my help? I still want to be your manager, Andre.
How would your father feel about that?
I no longer work for DL. We have philosophical differences. But I can get you a license, and I can get you a fight. If you want to fight.
Of course he wants to fight. It's in his blood.
Gus!
I'm coming out of retirement too, kid.
Told you I'd change his mind.
Jailhouse boxing makes you tough, but it ain't professional. You know that, kid. You're a heavyweight now. Heavyweight is a different world than middleweight. I don't want you to embarrass yourself, so look, we're gonna start with a couple of low-key fights in Mexico. These guys are durable, and they will be coming to fight.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the Mexico City Plaza here at Mexico City for a much-anticipated main event. 6 rounds among heavyweights. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Andre Bishop. Good right hand by Andre Bishop. He needs more of that. Well, it is what it is, what we have in front of us. What is this, one of those where you warn our viewers, don't go get a sandwich?
Oh, just don't go to the refrigerator for anything. You're not going to have time to get back.
Chavez has got to be really careful here. That eye is an absolute mess. The cut is really bad. In fact, it could call for an end to this fight at any point.
Well, Joe, the key is where the cut is. It's above the eye, and that means that the flow will go into the eye and, of course, impair the vision. That is what the referee's going to be looking at.
A piercing uppercut by Andre Bishop. Bishop's power has been shown off early on in his fights. Teddy, what effect could his power have early in this fight?
Well, if he catches his opponent, it could be an early night. But if he catches his opponent and his opponent survives it, guess what? It could be a long night, fam.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Scores up top with the left. Well-timed by Andre Bishop. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
To the head he goes with a left hand. Hits him in the mug with the right. Good, solid right hand lands. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. Chavez is now in a spot that many fighters have faced numerous times, and that is, how do you deal with seeing your own blood and knowing that you have incurred some serious damage? Look at that cut around the eye.
No, for a fighter to be able to move to the top, he's got to be tested in a lot of areas. Sometimes the test comes when he's hurt. He's hit on the chin. He's dropped for the first time. Sometimes the test comes when you drop the other guy and he gets up and he comes at you. And sometimes the test comes in the form of a cut. When you see your first blood, when you see it, that it's your blood. How do you behave? We're going to find out right now.
And he just holds on there. The trainer of Andre Bishop was talking about the fact that, hey, this is a different beast fighting in the heavyweight division. He wants him to block some of these big blows. That is a huge headshot after blocking his opponent. A good showcase of power by Andre Bishop.
Yeah, now we got to...
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. You can tell he's just looking to survive. Chavez is holding his opponent right now, just hugging him.
Yeah, he's doing what he has to do. Look, they work on this in the gym, Joe. We look at all the things where you work on the pads, you work on the heavy bag. putting punches together, but you work on this, on moments when you're in trouble. And
Oh! He was just bulldozed right there. One punch knockout power ends this fight. Good solid end to this fight. Bishop's power was the difference. One punch, one knockout victory.
the power and the timing, he delivered.
Brian Kenny back here on Friday Night Fights. Big pay-per-view this past weekend. Isaac Frost defending his heavyweight title again, stopping Reggie Stewart in 2 rounds for his 14th successful title defense. Promoter D.L. McQueen has begun touting Frost as one of, if not the greatest champions of all time. That seems a bit premature, but there's no arguing with Frost's record. Undefeated, all his wins coming by knockout. Quite a feat. In other news, can former middleweight contender Andre Bishop make a comeback after spending more than 5 years in prison? And can he do it as a heavyweight? It's one of the more fascinating stories in sports. We'll, of course, have the latest for you here on Friday Night Fights.
Heavyweight action headlining our fight card here at the Mexico City Plaza in the heart of Mexico City. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. What a curious path it's been in the career of Andre Bishop, the former middleweight prospect, now fighting his second fight as a heavyweight. He will do so tonight against Raul Castillo. Bishop's edge is speed. He can get in and out. He can get you offensively. He can get away from you defensively.
Yeah, he has radial tires, and you got to take some air out of those tires. No better place or way to do that than go downstairs.
Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts. See, this is where Andre Bishop carries that speed from his middleweight days forward. Even though he's a heavyweight now, you can see how quickly he can deliver that hook. Bishop has to shore up that defense. He is taking far too many body shots from Castillo. Look at the mess in the ring right now. Castillo's cut is just painting himself red.
Yeah, it's a good thing. At least we think that judges are not influenced by the way a fighter looks. Because if they were, no rounds are going in his favor.
A stabbing right hand by Andre Bishop.
Hooks on the inside. Double up your pocket.
Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. He's jumping all over him now. Raul. Oh, and there you go. Oh, he doesn't look good. He just went down, and not the way he wanted it to go.
No, he's standing on the outside, Joe. He shouldn't be standing there. The old-timers would say, take a walk around the block.
Castillo's going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down. I think Bishop scored really well there. He just damaged his opponent with that power shot upstairs. That right hand over the top lands flush. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Andre Bishop.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
And that's the end of round 1. Castillo's trying to get back to where he was here in this round. He was knocked down in the last round. Now, Teddy, when you're the opponent and you knock the guy down, those opening few moments of the next round, do you try to size up? He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Raul Castillo's trying to survive this. He is solid. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time. Castillo's getting back up to his feet after being knocked down. Quick snapping hook, and it does damage. And he engages in the clinch.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Downstairs with a right hand. Not much action as he just ties up. And now looking to hang on. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head.
That's okay, let's go!
A solid uppercut by Castillo. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Good block by Andre Bishop that time. You'd like to see more of that. Andre Bishop returns to the corner after just nailing his opponent a solid shot.
Yeah, well, now Gus will tell him, stay after him, but he will also tell him, do it the right way, with good defense.
A razor-sharp hook to the head by Andre Bishop. Up top with the right hand. Wow! Wow, he goes down again!
This is going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
So the hometown favorite is knocked out tonight. The American Andre Bishop gets a knockout victory here in Mexico City against Raul Castillo.
Mexico City was a big success. People are talking about Andre Bishop again. Welcome back.
It feels good to be back. Thanks, Megan, for everything.
I know Franco and my father set you up. I can't prove it, but I know it. You wouldn't do something like that. I know what kind of man you are. And I know what kind of man my father is.
You know, it doesn't even matter anymore. I did the time.
It matters to me, Andre.
So what now?
We gotta get you cleaned up.
Well, will you look at this, huh? You don't look like a bum no more.
Thanks, Gus.
Hey, thank me later. Let's get to work. Come on. Come on. Nice work, Megan.
You too, Gus.
Big step up, kid. This next guy is a legit top 20 heavyweight. Now, people still think that you can't hang with the big guys. They think that you're just a blown-up middleweight. Well, I say, fuck them. People say that I'm just maybe a crazy old man. And if you think about it, maybe they're right. Maybe I am just a crazy old man. But you know something? It isn't what people think, Andre. In boxing, it's about what you know. What you know in your gut. What you know in your heart. And I know in my heart, you got what it takes. And I know in your heart, you know you got what it takes. When you come right down to it, all that matters is heart.
Well, this could be a major hurdle to overcome for Andre Bishop. Look at this replay. I believe this is where he hurts that right hand.
All right, kid, how you doing?
Right hands, bro.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do?
Use my left.
It's all about heart, kid. It's all about heart. And a good stiff left jab.
Teddy, this will be very interesting to see if Andre Bishop is favoring that right hand, because our video evidence clearly showed that he hurt that right hand.
But the hand that you use probably 80–90% of the time is the left hand. That's the lead hand, that's the setup hand, that's the jabbing hand. His corner needs to tell him now there's nothing wrong with that hand. Go out there and behave like a fighter. Go out there and win the fight.
And Andre Bishop now appears reluctant to throw that right hand.
Stay on the inside.
And now another left. halfway mark of this round. Able to cover up that gut.
Hey, let's go!
There's that overhand right. A solid, true uppercut by Meldrick Johnson. He comes back with the left hand again. The trainer of Andre Bishop was talking about the fact that, hey, this is a different beast fighting in the heavyweight division. He wants him to block some of these big blows.
In and out, in and out.
That's a solid hook by Meldrick Johnson. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Andre Bishop.
Don't let him get to you, kid.
And that's the end of round 2.
You need to go. You have to. You have to be busy. This guy is beating the shit out of you. You have to throw 3.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round. What has been, wow, a big punch just crashes home on Andre Bishop.
The only good thing is he's been here before. With all that amateur experience, he has been hurt before. He knows how to behave.
Double up when you punch.
Let's move.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. A knifing left hand by Johnson.
Hands up.
If Meldrick Johnson can see as easily as what we can see, then he knows Bishop is struggling just to land that left hand, and it's his only weapon. Andre Bishop is damaging himself every time he throws that right hand. He is in serious pain. Here's a moment here as you see the step back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
And oh, what a good, strong uppercut by Andre Bishop. A smart and resourceful uppercut by Meldrick Johnson. There's another left hand from him. Johnson shook up there, Teddy. What a turn of events. Just moments ago, he was the one doing the damage.
No other sport shows retribution right in front of you so quickly, so impactfully.
Okay.
Bishop could really use a pit stop here. He needs to refuel.
Yeah, he needs to tie up a little bit.
Johnson's making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
Johnson's opponent landing an effective counterpunch right there. Johnson's able to land a good, solid left hand. And a flush hook lands by Meldrick Johnson.
Get your hands up.
See, that's what you want from his left hand. That's exactly what it should be doing, that left hand by Johnson. And he ties up on the inside. That's a stinging right hand by Johnson. Good flush shot upstairs. Andre Bishop's left landing well.
You're doing great.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Meldrick Johnson. Johnson's able to land a nice, clean left hand. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Bishop went out there in that last round and just executed his game plan beautifully. He won it with ease.
Yeah, he not only has skills, see, that's what I like about him. We have a lot of guys that have speed, they have power, but he fundamentally puts it together.
An interesting footnote to what we're seeing here tonight with Andre Bishop. We showed you the replay earlier where it appeared that he hurt his right hand in the first round. The word we're getting is that those in the know say he actually had injured that hand during his prison stay. Bishop's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. Johnson's dazed after that punch. He got rocked. He just got rocked, and he's still taking punches.
The only way right now is to grab on.
Big shot he just scored with. He just fought the other guy's fight, and now it's not his fight at all. He is down.
No, he should have been on the inside. He pulled out into a world of trouble, a world of punches.
Committed to that left hand, and it's working out.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Johnson's not able to have the real estate he wants, just not utilizing that jab to get through that front door into the inside.
No, and that's where he needs to be.
Piercing jab. Now he ties up there. The left hand coming into play by Andre Bishop. He has his target, he lands a straight right.
Hey, keep your hands up. Move. Good work.
Good job with another left hand. Hey, it's obvious that he's a one-handed fighter, but I'll tell you, Andre Bishop is having continued success just with that left. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counterpunching.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
And there's the left hand working well for him again. And a smart counterpunch by Andre Bishop. Bishop's left working well that time.
Work the body. Just like that. Just like that.
Nice block by Johnson. Johnson's left now getting into the mix. A headshot blocked.
Keep moving.
And now another left.
1-2, 1-2.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go.
Johnson's failure to protect himself from that left hand, it's become a big story now.
Yeah, and he has to understand why.
Nice.
He's not controlling distance. He's standing too close in front. Needs to adjust a little further out.
Good clean shot, returning fire.
Yeah,
well
good
done
work.
by Andre Bishop. We overheard the corner of Andre Bishop earlier saying to look for the uppercut. That time, he found it, he saw it, he gave it.
Watch the hook.
Just a dominating evening by Andre Bishop tonight. He is clearly up big on the scorecards. Trainer Gus Carisi has to know it. You can just see by the way he's dealing with him in between rounds.
He knows it, and he can go two ways with it. Get the rounds out, work on things, carry him a little bit, or go close to show.
Breathe. We got it. Breathe. Listen, Andre, stay smart. Stay smart with your boxing.
I'll throw that away.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by Andre Bishop. Johnson's showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself, so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Meldrick Johnson. Scores with the uppercut. Good double jab by Johnson. At the halfway point of round 7, you see him zeroing in with that left hand to the body. Just knifing up with that uppercut by Meldrick Johnson. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Comes across with a hook up top. Scores big with the hook to the head. That is a strong uppercut there. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre Bishop. What impact from that uppercut by Meldrick Johnson.
Move your head.
He comes back with the left hand again. Right to the head with that right. That's a big flush punch landing on Andre Bishop.
This is not the first time that Andre Bishop has been brought to this neighborhood. He has been shaken before. He will know what to do.
It's been that kind of night for Andre Bishop. Everything he does works. One more round to keep it that way.
And as a trainer, you might remind him of that movie if he watched it, The Gambler. You know, where the guy thought that he went to bed and all his teams were winning at halftime. He woke up and found out that he owed a lot of money. And he said, "What are you doing?" And the guy said, "Charlie, maybe no one told you. We don't pay you off at halftime. This fight's not over. Keep your concentration."
See him trying to cut down that tree with a well-placed right hand. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? Bishop's showing a great ability to adjust. He was stunned earlier, but you can see he has changed things up stylistically.
Hey, look, Joe, I was watching a football game in my room this afternoon, and you know what? The team was running the ball. All of a sudden, the run was taken away, so they started passing. I give him credit. You know, he's making an adjustment. He's trying to win the ball game. Well, he's trying to win this fight.
90 seconds to go in the fight. How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Let's see some more head movement. Keep pushing. Watch the hook.
Nice work blocking that, and then an uppercut of his own.
Hook. Hook.
Beat him to the
Smart
punch.
boxing here. Good effective work with the counter punch by Andre Bishop. 10 seconds to go in this, the final round.
Keep working the jab. Good, good.
A consistently strong performance tonight.
You don't have to be a calculus major to score this one. Just put those 10-9s together.
And our ring announcer is standing by with the official decision. Bishop.
think of Andre Bishop as a challenger?
I think you're an idiot for asking me that question. You get paid to do this? It's your first show? Challenger. I think it'll be a challenge not to kill Andre Bishop. Little Andre can't even throw a punch without breaking his hand.
Those were Isaac Frost's words just a few short months ago after Andre Bishop apparently hurt his hand in a fight right here on ESPN. After only taking a short break to let the hand mend, Andre Bishop back in action tonight against heavyweight contender Reggie Stewart. Many are interested to see if the injury will have lingering effects on Bishop in what should be a very entertaining heavyweight matchup. Let's go back ringside to Joe and Teddy.
Boardwalk Hall here in Atlantic City, the next stop for the heavyweight career of one Andre Bishop.
How's it feel?
Feels good. Feels real good.
Good. Because you gotta knock this guy out with him. It's time to show the world that Andre Bishop is as good as new.
Andre Bishop's had this experience so many times, and success has always come on the back end of these ring walks. It's his focus at this moment that delivers it.
I made it to the eye of the storm, feeling torn like they cut me to the lions. Before my time start to wind down like the Mayans, I show them how I got to grind down like a science.
Stewart's on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just brimming with confidence. Boardwalk Hall here in Atlantic City, the next stop for the heavyweight career of one Andre Bishop. This, his first fight since breaking his right hand against the very game Meldrick Johnson. Tonight, Bishop faces Reggie Stewart. Gus Carisi, the trainer for Bishop, assures us that he's better than ever, that the right hand is not a factor.
I'm not going to call his trainer a liar, but trainers have been known to bend the truth a little bit. Obviously, if his hand wasn't right, he's not going to let anybody know. He doesn't want anybody to take advantage of that fact. But fact is, it should be fine. It's been tested already in gym workouts.
Wow! That is it. Gone. See ya. You are done. Out of here. Fight over. One punch over.
Isaac, which Bishop brother hits harder?
Which Bishop brother hits harder? That's your question? I get these people. Well, neither one of them can punch like me. I can guarantee you that. But between the two of them, well, I'd say little Andre hits harder. I mean, the jailbird's washed up now. I mean, he was a genuine contender. But the big baby, well, the big baby has always been a pretender.
It doesn't get better than a good old-fashioned, meaningful heavyweight fight in Vegas. Glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside him. Dwight Cooper landed flush, and trouble for Andre Bishop, as you can see the start of a cut over that right eye.
It's in a bad spot, too, right in the corner where it could run right into the eye and impair his vision.
Good jab by Cooper. And now you can see him zoning in on that cut. Is it just human nature when you've done that to somebody to want to go back to it more and more?
Yeah, it's kind of like the bull seeing that red cape. You know, his eyes open, he snorts a little bit more. He's coming for that.
In a matchup like this, Teddy, with a power puncher against a fast fighter, who has the advantage the longer the fight goes on?
Well, almost always it's going to be the power guy because he's not going at a fast rate. He's saving himself. He's placing his punches. The quick guy, he's letting it all go.
You remember when Andre Bishop was a good, hard-charging middleweight prospect? He was a great combination puncher. That's what he's doing now as a heavyweight here. Bishop able to land solidly against Cooper. A stinging uppercut by Andre Bishop.
Keep your head moving.
Keep moving around the ring.
Do that again.
Solid hook.
Keep your head moving.
Bishop with a good shot to Cooper's body.
He's an inside fighter. He's going to have to keep those elbows a little tighter.
Cooper's jab can do so much there. He used it well that time. That is a sharp uppercut by Andre Bishop.
Keep your distance. You need to keep that head.
It's one thing for the corner of Andre Bishop to tend to that cut between rounds.
Let's move.
But Bishop himself has to protect it, and he's doing a good job of blocking punches that are targeting it from Cooper. Now Bishop looking to counter Cooper, gets that right hand over Cooper's jab.
Back to the body.
Dwight Cooper's hit by a right hand. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt.
So in this kind of situation, it's kind of like a wounded animal. Yeah, you can go after, but you better be careful because he'll strike out when you don't expect it.
Concern now for Andre Bishop as Dwight Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye. He could get a TKO victory here if that continues. Great combination from Bishop. We count down the final moments of this round. Three minutes gone by in this round. Good headshot by Andre Bishop. That's a damaging blow. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Keep moving.
Now you can see Bishop taking advantage of the countering opportunities, getting that right hand over Cooper's jab. Good smooth work by Andre Bishop. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
You're doing great.
Bishop's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Cooper's got a little something coming back at him. A counterpunch scored.
Come on.
Cooper's cheek is cut, and you can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on.
Nice.
Good looking counterpunch. There's Cooper putting out that jab. You can see the trouble that Bishop has had with it.
Close the distance.
Andre Bishop getting back to basics, landing that right hand. Oh, and now we see some head hunting by Andre Bishop. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home.
Work the body, kid.
Final 10 seconds. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Here we go with the fourth round. Now that looks like a middleweight fighting a heavyweight there. Look at the hand speed from Bishop.
And that's exactly the advantage he was going to need coming into this fight to beat the bigger man.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Oh, a good right hand by Andre Bishop.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go. In and out, in and out. Those hands
are... 90 seconds to go in round number 4.
Don't let him get to you.
Andre Bishop is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight.
You need to keep that head moving.
Cooper's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Accurate hook. Crashes home with a hook. Give credit to Dwight Cooper. He has gone on the attack against that cut over the eye of Andre Bishop. He's trying to earn himself a TKO victory here.
Don't stay in one spot.
Nice work. Blocking a score. Ten seconds remaining in this round. And that's the end of round 4.
You want this fight? Because listen to me, man.
Round number 5 has arrived. Bishop snapping that jab. Parries that punch intended for the head. And a well-placed counter by Andre Bishop. Bishop's hand speed is right now the difference. Teddy, you got faster hands, you're halfway home.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, is to be able to do that. But there is a way to negate it, to counter it, and that's to time the punches. Timing can beat speed.
In and out, in and out.
Carisi's known for really pushing Andre Bishop very hard during training camp. But right now, we're not seeing the results. He seems to be fading a bit.
Yeah, you start to wonder whether or not Andre Bishop has gotten a little full of himself, you know, breaking the rules a little bit, maybe getting a little cocky. And maybe, you know, Gus sees him in the gym, but he doesn't see him 24/7. Maybe Andre not living the right way.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. Andre Bishop needs to be so careful right now that the ref doesn't stop that fight, because Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye.
Back to the body. Nice work. Nice work.
There's a power punch attempt by Andre Bishop, but nowhere near being a connect. Flush right hand to the head. Cooper's taken a lot of punishment with the right hand. Teddy, you've said many times, it's where you put your own head when you get hit by those right hands.
Well, one place I could tell you where not to put it, in the middle. And he needs to move it to the left, outside that right hand.
And we come to the end of the round. Good step back counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Keep moving around the ring. He's tired. He's tired.
Get him moving.
A little head hunting with the right. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Cooper's done a good job there offensively scoring with that left hand.
It's all right. Keep moving.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Andre Bishop.
Come on.
Andre Bishop showing us a real solid skill set here with his head movement. Teddy, how much of that is just natural athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained well?
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything, he's going to throw punches. But usually he's not going to have a good defense. That's something that has to be attained. That's something that has to be taught. This guy has been taught good defensive fundamentals.
So the heavyweight career of Andre Bishop tries to move forward tonight. Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside my broadcast partner Teddy Atlas, coming to you from the Thomas and Mack Center, where tonight the unbeaten Andre Bishop will face the veteran heavyweight Dwight Cooper. And now Cooper catches Bishop clean. And oh no, there's blood over the right eye. Andre Bishop is now in a tough spot.
Well, his cornerman's going to have to take care of it. The cut man's going to have to stop that bleeding. But that has to serve as a warning of things to come. Be aware now. Be better.